welcome. I know it's been a couple minutes since you've heard from me, so hi, I hope your weekend is going well. This is kind of like the second main installment of the Holistic Witch program, and I've seen lots of beautiful grids and sigils coming through my DMs and through Instagram and through Facebook, so thank you very much for that. I love to see that you guys are really working with this and making it yours. Today I want to talk about casting a circle. This is a really classic kind of pagan earth magic technique, but it really has been around and is multicultural. It is a way of honoring kind of all of the essences and energies around us and drawing that power in, because when we are trying to manifest something or bring something and we really want to get kind of all of the assistance that we can in a way that is really bright and uplifting and positive. So when we cast a circle, this is really something that you want to have probably, I would say, somewhere between 20 minutes and an hour for. It's a really powerful ritual, and it's something that can seriously enliven the course of your manifestation, the course of your personal magic. So a couple things to go over. Before you cast a circle, you want to be in a space that is comfortable, a space that you have room to at least sit down, if not even like walk around and physically like draw a circle around you in the air. You want to have time to yourself. You don't want to have any interruptions. I feel like that list is like impossible these days, but seriously, it's something you can do it in public. You can do it, if you go to the beach or something like that. I personally like to do it. I find it more of like an evening ritual where maybe the moon is kind of coming out already, or it's already dark and the house is kind of quiet, and I can, put the dogs into the bedroom with Dave, and he can do his own thing, and I have the space to do my own thing undisturbed for half an hour or so. Before we launch into how to cast a circle, we want to have a couple things with you in your circle. If you've had your grid up for at least a couple days, go ahead and we're going to kind of cleanse it, rearrange it, and refresh it. If you just got it up and got it to a place that you like it, leave it up for 2-3 days, and maybe on Wednesday or Thursday approach this meditation, because we're kind of moving through the lunar cycle, right? So new moon was last week. This week we're getting into that waxing phase where it's like growing just a little bit and you have that little sliver, and we're moving towards a full moon. I personally find this to be the week that has the most energy for you to pick up on. Currently I'm exhausted, so I don't feel that in me, but I know when I cast my circle and when I open up and I say, thank you to all those protecting me, and I invite and invoke that spirit energy, I will feel refreshed and repurposed and more potent. So that's why I wanted to do this week with you guys instead of talking about it last week. So bring in some different elements. We kind of want to honor the elementals. So I like to have like a candle for fire. You can have a little bowl of water, and you can even put some of your essential oils in there if you'd like to. You can have crystals. I like to sage the space before, or have a smoke element. That's usually how I personally open a circle, is by doing it with a sage stick that's burning. I haven't heard of other people doing that. It's just a personal thing that I do. People use what would be considered wands. They also use athames, which are like little daggers. There's different, it depends on your magic. And this is part of why we are here, right? Is to discover what works for you. So maybe it is a piece of sage, or maybe it's just, walking in a circle or sprinkling salt in a circle around you can be also a nice way to create that energy, and it also offers a protective barrier. Like I said, the elements: fire, water, air, earth, and you are bringing spirit to the table, and we're drawing on this universal spirit that is out there. Something else I want to talk to you about before we actively talk about casting a circle. Look at your intentions and see if there is a particular goddess that you are looking to draw that energy in. Or God, of course. You don't have to be religious to partake in this, or even to believe in them, or to, really why I mentioned this is because we also talked a little bit about your background. You know, where are you from? Where are your ancestors from? If you can look back into this, like research a little bit, what forces are present in their magic, and maybe you feel really in tune, like, oh man, Isis, I feel super connected to Isis, or I want that essence behind me, right? I don't like to ask for power because I have my own power. I only like to invite in the essence, the support of, right? That's something that I think is really important to make clear. We're not asking for more power. We are asking to connect more richly to our own power. There's a big difference in how you approach your intentions and how your magic is made if you have faith in your own power that you have enough versus asking for more. That can sometimes be a little iffy, and we'll talk about that in the next live. So, like I said, you want to have a couple of little things with you. Bring your grid. If you are ready to reset it, go ahead and clean it off. If you just got it set up, then leave it there and leave it whole and just bring it with you, and we'll do the circle around it and invoke and empower your grid. So, we talked about charging a crystal so far and charging your intentions, charging your sigils. We're kind of going to do a little bit of that once your circle is open. So, to open a circle, you figure out which way is due north in your home or in whatever space you're in. And you want to face that direction. So let's say north is ahead of me right now. I would face north and I would be standing. And for me, I like to use sage and cast a circle around me. And I would say to the essence of the north, thank you, I now open this circle. And then I would rotate, and to the essence of the east, thank you, I am opening this circle. To the essence of the south, thank you, I am opening this circle. To the essence of the west, thank you, I am opening this circle. And then make the full turn so you return back to north. And take a moment to kind of breathe in and feel not just a circle around you widthwise, but also almost like you're in a bubble. You really want to feel this. It can be a very powerful thing, even just saying that without actively casting a circle. I feel already, big breath, this space. I feel this space around me that says, you're here. We're here. Let's meet and merge our energies. So that's how you open a circle. And again, that is moving clockwise, northeast, southwest. Or I'm sorry, northeast. Northeast, southwest. And once your circle is open, if you have, let's say you did feel some sort of connection, or you felt some sort of you want to draw in some sort of support from a god or goddess, you can, first of all, always be thankful that that you're here now. Be thankful that you have the body, the vessel, the mind, the spirit, all of those things to even get this far in your practice. And I always like to kind of say thanks that, to this universal spirit that's here to support us, all aspects of it. It's a very, very powerful thing. So just to give a moment to say thank you. And then basically you want to kind of speak your mantra, right? A lot of you were talking about, I want to feel empowered. I want to trust my power. So maybe even if you notice, I place my hands kind of on my sternum and on my low belly, my diaphragm, I guess. If you open your circle, you can take a seat. You can remain standing depending on how long you think you want to be. I would go ahead and take a seat and just sit down and think about your intentions. Think about what you want and just breathe it in. This feeling, this having the light pressure on kind of your belly and your sternum can really help you bring your breath in really deep. And this is this opportunity of drawing in that spirit essence. Just imagine it like filling your whole body, and magic glitters coming all into your body. That's your power. However you envision it. It can be, what elements are you working with? Are you trying to be more fluid? So maybe it's a more watery essence. Are you trying to take, if it's a more fiery or earthy essence, envision this bring it in. It's like I said, it's a very holistic practice. So if you had, those herbs or those oils that we talked about in your first session, or those crystals, have them with you. You can sprinkle the herbs around you. You can sprinkle the herbs into the water or the oils into the water. And then as you're doing this ritual, you can kind of dab your fingers into the oils and maybe massage your temples, or put them over your heart space, or anoint your crystals with them. So much goodness. You have the freedom to play and to invoke and to be grateful in so many different ways. So make it yours. Okay, once you've gotten to that place, your circle is open, you've kind of invoked or stated your mantras clearly. When you state your mantras clearly, you want to make sure that you have a clear mind. So take a few minutes to breathe, meditate, and then when you feel so rooted, so connected to the moment, bam, that's when you want to lay your mantra out there. You want to have your sigil with you. You want to state clearly what it is you're looking for. Super clear. Envision it. All of these different levels of consciousness working together. Once that's all done, and then maybe you want to, well, we'll talk about releasing in a future one, but let's, we have that side of the grid also, so you can kind of bless those elements of self, or elements that you are kind of trying to move beyond. And we will do an active release of that later. Once you're done with your ritual, you're going to close your circle. This is a super important part of the ritual. You don't want to not close your circle. You really want to wrap it up. So standing facing north again, you'll turn to the west, and then you'll start and you'll say, thank you to the essence of the west. I appreciate your energy. Turn to the south. Thank you to the essence of the south. I appreciate your energy. Thank you to the essence of the east. I appreciate your energy. And thank you to the essence of the north. I appreciate your energy. The circle is now closed. As above, so below. So mote it be. Whatever works for you to close your circle, but you want to go through each direction, and you want to thank the energies of that direction. And at the end, you want to clearly state the circle is closed. As above, so below. The circle is closed. And a traditional thing to say, so mote it be, is like a very Wiccan thing. I don't say it, but you can say it. Of course, it's just a very classic element. So maybe I throw it in sometimes and I just don't pay attention because it's a tactic to close your circle. All right, guys. I hope this kind of ritual helps to empower and also focus those energies that you're working with into what you want still. This is the week I think that we get really clear, because before, it's like, oh, well, maybe I want to take my power back. Maybe I want to. That's a really broad statement. Where are you feeling weak? Where are you feeling like you need to have that strength? If you're in transition, what directives do you need to get clear on, or what do you want to come out of the transition, really? I think a lot of us right now are going through some major change. It seems like a lot of friends of mine and myself are in what's called a 7-year itch, which means after 7 years, you're like, okay, this could be in relation to school, relationships, business, living situations. You get this kind of like, oh my God, I need a change. I know I'm going through it right now, but I need to get clear on the details of what I want and how I want my energy to show up, right? Okay. That's basically it for today. I will see you guys Saturday, September 20th. I think we're doing 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. Bless up, babies. You have this. This power is already within you. Our circle is closed for today, and thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing this space with me. I look forward to hearing your feedback. Ciao.